Jeffrey Goldberg, who's an extremely well-known, notable figure in politics and media, was accidentally added to a private group chat used by senior Trump administration officials, including Pete Hegseth, J.D. Vance, and others, and they were discussing extremely sensitive real-time military plans to bomb Houthi targets in Yemen. It's an incredibly high-level classified thread that had really high-level information about operational details such as target locations, timing of the strikes. It was all shared on an unsecured app, and the bombing of the Houthi targets occurred exactly as described in the leaked chat. Some Republicans are trying to downplay this, including Speaker Johnson. I find this very alarming and bizarre. Let's start with you, Alex. Just first reactions. You work for Axios. Like, what the hell's going on? What happened?
Shocking story. Surprising that this would have all been put in writing, especially with such a large group and on Signal, which, who knows how secure Signal really is. I know we all use Signal, but who knows? You'd think that for a conversation this sensitive, that there would be more of a secure platform being used. Also, there are governmental records are supposed to be preserved. There's no real preservation on Signal, which is why people use Signal because the messages disappear. But also just surprising that Jeffrey Goldberg, who was a reporter, would somehow be added to this text message chain, or the Signal message chain, which includes the likes of high-ranking officials like J.D. Vance or Pete Hegseth or Marco Rubio. Just surprising is my reaction. I don't know.
I don't think anyone's getting fired because no one ever gets fired for anything. There's no accountability. Like or loathe the Trump administration, admitting mistakes or taking responsibility or fault, that's not what they do. And I think if anything, you don't want people to dig deeper because there will be other unsecured chats that people probably will come across. I don't think Jeffrey Goldberg was the only one who ended up in a chat by mistake. This is how they most normally I think it's reasonable to assume that's how they communicate. There probably will be more.
Yeah, I mean, clearly people can hack things. Look what just happened. Is there anything else you guys want to say on this story? I think there's probably going to be more gossip that comes out about what really happened. I was even just seeing that people are blaming Pete Hegseth. I saw like a meme from Succession with Kieran Culkin's character. Do you think that there's going to be anything?
Doesn't it always feel, I mean, this is more of a question for the group, but like, doesn't it always feel like there's always someone who gets blamed, but they're at a lower level and then they get fired?
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
nobody
know.
of consequence.
I also
Yeah.
want to just
Right.
like give Jeffrey Goldberg some props. He said that he left the chat because he like felt like it was a national security issue that was on the chat. That's like very noble.